Ray. What do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Hi, this is Erica from YouAreCreators. We've received a lot of emails asking if there was a video that countered the Brian Tracy video, How to Attract Your Ideal Woman Using the Law of Attraction. And before this, there was not. This is going to be the audio for women, How to Attract Your Ideal Man Using the Law of Attraction. Okay, so let's just start out, and I want you all to completely get rid of that list that we were told to write, a list that says all the qualities we want our dream man to have, okay? You don't really have to get rid of it, but let's revise that list. I think a lot of times what women tend to do is we write this list of different characteristics that we want our dream man to have, and if we get a man that has 8 out of 10 of those characteristics, we don't want him because we want the man that has 10 out of 10. Well, that is unrealistic. So get rid of that list, or you can just revise that list. So number 1 would definitely go in conjunction with that. Write a list if you don't already have one. Revise the list if you do. It is important that when you write out all the characteristics that you want your dream man to have, that you place emphasis on the things that you absolutely have to have. If that is a sense of humor, and if that is you want him to be well-spoken, you want him to have a certain type of formal education, whatever that may be that you absolutely need, let that be a priority on your list. Now, I think it is very important that we do not focus on more of the superficial traits. And when I say superficial traits, I mean things such as the man's height, he has to be 6 feet, the man's hair color, he has to have blonde hair or brown hair or black hair. That's not as important, because guess what? If you find that man that has all of those traits that you absolutely love that are internal, then guess what? I don't think that his height and his hair color is really going to matter at the end of the day, because when you grow old together, he's going to shrink and his hair is going to turn gray. I'm just saying. So, another really important point would be number 2, and that would be to develop a self-confidence about yourself that no one can shake. It's important before you actually start dating and actually looking for a serious mate that you know exactly who you are and that you are comfortable with everything about yourself, that you are comfortable in your skin. It is important that you like your body type. It is important that you feel comfortable with your body type. It's important that you feel comfortable when you look at your reflection in the mirror, because that confidence is going to be displayed whenever you go out and you date. It is going to be very important that you display a certain level of confidence, because that's what you're going to receive. You want a man who is confident, but you also want to be very confident in yourself as well. Number 3 would have a lot to do with actually sitting down and visualizing exactly what you want. Know exactly what you want. If you want a man that has a particular trait and you just think, oh, maybe I want this one, maybe I don't, and you write it down, but you really don't really want it, or you forget to write something down, that's not going to work. You need to be 100% sure. Write down what you want. It's very important that you write it down, because this is on paper. You can always go back to this. Sometimes we'll think about something and then we'll forget about it. So it's important that you write down those traits. I recently read a book by Catherine Ponder where she spoke about attracting her husband. And in this book, Catherine Ponder spoke about how she actually made room in her closet because there wasn't room before. How when she fixed dinner for herself, she would prepare a plate and silverware on that table for her ideal husband, or for her future husband as well. She also spoke about how she cleared out her garage so that 2 cars could fit in the garage. This is an example of actually expecting that dream man, expecting that dream husband. It's very important that not only do you write it down, read this every day, but that you visualize it, that you also speak this into existence. You have your perfect husband. You have your perfect man. Number 4 is really one of the most important parts. This is really going to take part when you meet that man. It's really important that you focus on all those pros that you wrote down and kind of not really place that much emphasis and focus on the cons, if you do notice cons initially. If you wrote down that you wanted a man with a sense of humor and you go out on a date with this man and he makes you laugh and he has a lot of other pros and he treats you right, then focusing on small cons may not be that beneficial for you. If you are looking for a husband, you are looking for a man, you're looking for a mate that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you have to learn how to take all that greatness that he's giving you and how to ignore the small petty things that you may not like, because that's not going to be as important for the long run. It's not going to be that important when you all are growing old together, because guess what? You probably have a little bit of cons too, so you don't want him to focus on your cons. If you all focus on the things that you love about one another, then that's all you're going to get. If you focus on all those pros and all those great things about this guy, then guess what? That's all you're going to see. This is YouAreCreators, and we support your dreams.